Welcome, my lovely Capricorns. This is your weekly Cartomancy reading for July 1st through July 7th, 2019. This is a general reading and will not apply to all Capricorns. Me, being the queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and nurturing our dreams and callings. So, last week's energy was all about that Mercury in Leo, that confidence, that strength, grand goals and ideas. This week, lots and lots of energy. First, we have July 1st, we have Mars entering Leo. That is freedom of expression. It's the kind of energy boxers love. On the 2nd, we have that new moon in Cancer. It is a very maternal moon, joyous maternal energy. It's going to have a total solar eclipse, which is a time bending factor, which means we can manifest a lot of things into our future. Rich manifestation energy. Right people and right work will actually come towards us during this time, will actually find you. And then we have Venus moving into Cancer, more feelings, on July 3rd. And that's going to be a lot of displays of affection, not so much PDAs, but definitely displays of affection. We have Mercury retrograde in Leo, beginning in Leo, and then it'll move into Cancer on July 7th. Definitely listen. Mercury retrograde happens 3 times a year. But because this one is everybody trying to be strong and then everybody trying to get up in their fields when we move into Mercury retrograde in Cancer, it's a little tough. So, but just listen. It slows down Mercury chaos and it actually improves communication. So, a lot going on right now for my Capricorns. Well, at least me in Capricorns. I've caught the eye of a Capricorn, and I've caught the eye of a Capricorn, and his attentions are quite sweet. But it's Capricorns really wear it close to the vest. So it's kind of hard to know what's going on, especially emotionally with the Capricorn. So let's see what energy we're bringing into this week. My Cappies. Oh dear. I have Jack of Diamonds in reverse, 4 of Diamonds in reverse, and Queen of Diamonds upright. Capricorn, this is a lot of your energy. This is a lot of, because I know you're a financial guru, and I know Capricorns are really good about getting the, your 4 of Diamonds, you're tired of waiting for something, for sure. It's that entrepreneurial energy. You know, I set up markers for myself, like if this happens, when I pay this off, you know, I can do this and that. And it feels like that kind of energy, like I've made plans that this and this is supposed to happen when so and so happens, Capricorn, but it's not happening and you're getting impatient. And it's a false deadline, so you're kind of feeling like maybe I should move ahead anyway. And that's why you're coming out as the queen. You're dropping that. You're tired of waiting. That's the 4 of Diamonds in reverse. You feel like your value is going to increase, whatever this is. Dang, look at these cards for the energy that's going to hit you. You feel like your value is going to increase when this changes, but you're more interested in the marker you set for yourself. You are financially secure right now, or you are set up enough that you're going to move along nicely. But there's something about waiting. You were waiting for something, and you're kind of like moving on. I need to unattach things from that goal or that thing that's coming around. I have the 6 of Spades, the 3 of Hearts, celebration, and that is the 8 of Hearts, taking control of your emotions. You're definitely very happy about something. The 6 of Spades is a win. It's probably a win at work. There are probably some losses, but it's like a pretty good victory. Probably a really good commission. You're definitely celebrating. You're taking control of your emotions with that 8 of Hearts, and it's healing your heart. Because this is at work, I'm pretty sure it's at work. There's something about this that you don't like you lost in this. You may have the Six of Swords here for a win, but it's a swordsy win because it hurt a little bit. It wasn't the best win ever. You're celebrating, but come on, you want to say that was bullshit. I could have done better. It's not enough for you, Capricorn. You feel like hitting this mark is not the way you wanted to hit it, especially out of the ballpark. First shot, you were thinking, I don't have the disappointment card because, you know, but this is like a win where Cappy has to basically say, hey, I did all the work and it just didn't pan out. And it's kind of hard for a Capricorn to understand that, especially when everyone's dancing around and their energy's hot and they're celebrating and they're drinking like crazy, and because they're just so glad it's over and they're just so happy that they finished the project. But Capricorn wants more. It's a mark that's gone, right, Cappies? But there's an intention. I mean, it did its job. I'm celebrating. I'm trying not to be a wiener about it. I'm healing from the mess we made because it was a mess. Everything after that went really well, but this is just a mess and a half that you just wish, yeah, you're going to have to start over. This is you starting over with something or starting another project of a similar nature or another effort of a similar nature, but this time you're going to win. And you may do it by yourself. You have this concept that the interference, you didn't have enough control over that project, or you didn't have enough control over this enterprise, and it's you just kind of feel like people got in the way, Cappies. And it's kind of like a mark, a blight. This is so Capricorn. Like it's a blight on your energy. It's like you got to be on a test. And you're just like, now you're like, oof. Now I have to hang it up somewhere so I can see it and never do it again, kind of thing. But you really just want to hide it away in a closet. Oh, Cappies. You got to hang on to your energy in terms of learn your lesson, you know. When you come out of a 6, you're coming out of a battle, an action, something that happened with the 5s. 5s are definitely battle cards to me, engagement cards, and not engagement in terms of like getting engaged to another person and planning a wedding. I'm talking about like you are in it. Confrontation. This is happening. The main action is happening. But when you come out of it with a 6, there have been losses, and losses tend to be really just lessons. You just can't look at it as just like a total disgrace and a mark on your resume. Advice from Spirit. Advice from Spirit. I have the 5 of Clovers, the 3 of Clovers. I have the extra card upside down, so you're keeping it really chill, as you usually do. That is fine. You're going to restart your value. Don't be afraid to restart your value in your own head. I learned the lessons and moving on, because Spirit is telling you, just, yeah, go ahead and try this. You're going to do this work. 5 of Clovers is definitely work. And 3 of Clovers is definitely preparing that work to hit the 5. You know, getting supplies, doing the research, preparing the presentation, whatever it is. But this has a lot to do with stuff. The in-between card, the 4 card here, is a union card. And it's a spiritual blessed union, divine blessing, and all that. And it's not there. And it's not there for a reason. And it's because this work is definitely... you have to do something of a solo nature because you need to understand 3s can be working with others, but it's a team that you lead. You don't feel like whatever that project was in the past, that you properly controlled it, and you're looking for ways to take control of that or mitigate. This is like reviewing the game film of the worst loss of your career. That's how it feels. Go ahead and do that. Spirit says do that because you will learn from it. You will improve from it. You will be able to make a new value. It's going to make you valuable. It's going to make you valuable. But while you're thinking about all that, guess what came up? That Four of Clovers, that joining card, that absolute spiritual union, dancing around the maypole. When you're thinking this through, there's somebody in your life that I'm going to clear. I'm only going to do one spread. I'm going to do a whole clarifier with my Stargazer deck, which I'm going to pull right now, because there's somebody that's going to help you through this or give you a perspective that has soulmate written all over them, and you know it. It's like you're just dealing with a lot of fallout, is what I feel from that Six of Swords. It's hitting you, and a lot of people around you, like I said, they're celebrating. You're healing, and you're taking control of your emotions and what should happen properly. It's not enough. It's like no profit was made, but we got out of there okay. No, not for you. But you have this Four of Clovers here, dancing around the maypole, engagement, taking a relationship to the next level. This is you really bringing somebody else into your projects, into your work, a little more vulnerably. Ugh. You have a lot of pain you're working through, but suddenly that Two of Swords, that you're afraid of commitment, you're afraid of working through it, it goes right to the Ten of Swords. Because this is like fast movement and change. This is like you taking that pain and really working through it this week. Because right now you're planning ahead for this Four of Clovers. You're planning ahead to this person is going to heal you. I would like to know who this person is. Because I have a Capricorn who is really sweet and may have, no, there was no may about it. He actually, when you work with somebody, it's really hard to touch them. He actually did something to touch me. Not in a pervy way, just kind of like hold my hand in a work setting that it was a team building exercise. So it was not like a violation of touch. But it was almost immediately aware that that was arranged. That was set up by him. So Cappy's, it's just the sweetest thing. You don't even understand how endearing that is to me, and how I don't know how Capricorns fall in love. They kind of to me they're like sharks. Capricorns, you're like sharks, because you know we don't know where great white sharks. We don't know where they nurse. We don't know where they have their babies. I don't think they've ever seen them really mate in the wild. It's kind of, or at all. Queen, this is you softening up for this person. You're softening because you're taking down your borders, because somebody stepped into your life that's like, wow. And I'm just like channeling all this because it's like I feel part of it now. Four of Diamonds, again, this is the second time this card has come in, and this is you. It's just not enough. It's just not enough, Capricorn, to have all this financial security, above all, to have this sense of like, I have my money, I have a nice car, maybe you're just, everything's okay financially, and I'm just moving ahead. Capricorn's great manifestors. Damn. King of Air. This person's possibly an air sign. For some reason, I feel like this is your competition. Oh, I dropped that card. Like, drop it like it's hot. For some reason, I feel like you think this is your competition, but I don't feel like Capricorn really gives a rat's ass about that right now, because you're kind of like in your head. I don't have any sevens card, but you're like in your head about this. You had a loss, and it's like, I needed a win to be able to move forward in something else. I totally feel that, Capricorn. Like, you totally set yourself up. When I get this win, I'm going to ask this girl out. I'm going to ask that boy out. I'm going to finally talk to them. Or I'm going to do something. I'm going to flirt back a little harder. Dude, your energy is all over the place, Capricorns. This is a Jack of Diamonds. You've pulled just about all the diamond cards except for, and those are your cards, earth cards, except for the king. So you are feeling that. I feel like Capricorns, you're just like a notch lower, reflecting on things, and you just wanted to be able to have a trophy on your desk when you kind of like started to approach this person. Yeah, you're going to ask him out. Five of Hearts. You're going to do something. This can be a disappointment card, but because I feel like you're making moves to start a new relationship or make a new connection, it's more of like, this is the way I dream it is going to be between us. This is like a lot of fantasizing, but coming into fruition, because it's like, I'm finally going to ask them out because all my dreams and all my desires about this person are possible now that I've done my research and I've watched them, and I've like, this card came out twice. This is you, but this is you in reverse. So aces are all about standing alone, standing in your power alone, finding your strength in self, and it has a lot to do with inner self, spirituality. It has to do with the things that nobody else, that makes you your absolute uniqueness. But there's a sense that you want, this card tells me in reverse that you don't want to go alone. You don't want to face the world by yourself anymore. It's like, I can do better. I mean, Capricorns, I know you want, I feel like you guys just wanted a really big win before you entered this relationship. And it didn't happen, so you're going to have to cope with that. And you're going to have to learn those lessons, but there's a second reason you're learning those lessons, and that's because you want to continue to succeed. Again, a Four of Swords. But this is so like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is like hesitation. It's waiting. I'm going to sleep on it again. Again. And again. And again. But this is also, I don't want this anymore. I'm just tired of being alone. I'm just tired of being, it's not even alone. It's not even loneliness. I really don't think Capricorns get lonely. But I do think, I mean, bored maybe, but not lonely. But I think you guys would, I think you guys are just like done with waiting. I mean, I kind of feel like this romance, since this is, I maybe it's me channeling my work, my attention's from my Capricorn at work. But it just feels like you don't want to wait anymore. It's like, I have fours. Like, you've hesitated for enough. I have all the fours on the board except for a 5. That'll break you out of all your other fours once you approach this person. And yeah, that's the plan this week, is to approach this person. You would have liked circumstances to be better, but last week was just too good. Yeah, you're moving up, Capricorn. I could continue to pull cards, but I think only 5s are going to start coming, because Capricorns are so, when they get restless, you guys are going to move on. So you guys are going to start moving on to those next levels, to the 5s. And since I pulled a 4 of diamonds twice and then I got the 5 of diamonds, you really just want to push this forward. This is a system of value. I feel like you think you're going to find your value in you're going to find your value when you meet your counterpart, to meet your divine masculine or feminine, somebody who fills you up, somebody who adds to your life as opposed to takes it away. Capricorns have such manifestation energy. I can't imagine that they don't meet a lot of people that try and take away things from them, because they are just abundant, extraordinaire. And this King of Air, this is either a past relationship or a competition. This is like you, like looking around and being like, dude, if I was this, if I could communicate, if I could just be this, like this, I would be hitting all my 5s right now. All right, that is a lot to go on, Capricorns. What a lovely reading. I hope you have the advice you need, because I'm just fluffing these readings because I want more intuitive energies, and I hope I pulled on those for you. So thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, comment, donate if the spirit moves you. My PayPal link is in the box below. And definitely have a really good week, Capricorns. And I do feel like you will get a yes if you go for that coffee date or a drink with your love. All right. Have a good one.